All right. Good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening. And welcome to another segment of Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. Let me just make sure we're all set up here and we are good to go. All righty. Let me just change my screen back. And there we be. All right. Good evening again, everybody, and welcome to Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. We're your hosts, Reggie and Victoria Flanagan out of East Orange, New Jersey. So welcome to our platform and thank you for joining us on this platform. You are our co-host as always, and thank you for your support on this great platform that we have with Awareness Wednesday Prime Time, giving you some great information this day. Great information, effective information is what I like to say, because that's exactly what Victoria has done. She has done it again with another great report. So before we get started, I'm going to pass this over to her, our urchin, certified health coach, to tell you her reasons why this is so important to her, this platform, Awareness Wednesday. Victoria, take it away.
Somebody got to do the research.
Somebody, right?
Somebody got to bring it. Somebody got to bring the right information. So I'm your girl. I'm here.
He said, I'm your girl. You here?
I'm here. If it's out there, I'm going to find it.
And she's going to do her best to find everything we need. And then she brings it to the table for all of us. That's what makes it so great. So let's get ourselves into it. So, we have this platform here for you. Make you aware of what's going on around you. She always mention, keep your head on a swivel because you definitely want to do that because there's so many different issues taking place. And not just affecting adults these days, it's now affecting our children on a higher level. And that's really, really a concern. So we really have to do something to change the dynamics and change that paradigm that's causing all what's going on in our communities. We got to change that. And how do we do it? By information, by getting good information out to you so you can pay it forward and share with others as well. We always talk about share this information, share. We're sharing this platform right now. Get people on it so they can pay attention. Exactly, could be your own. There's so much with high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, obesity, you name an issue, it's out there. But you know what? We are a solution. We have things that can help and aid in all those issues. But the key thing is that you got to take care of this temple. You got to do the right thing to this body. You got to stop doing the bad things that got you where you are right now. Because remember, we always state this, that you are the side effect of what you've been putting in your body. And if you don't like what you see, you got to change it. It starts with you, not me, not Victoria. It starts with you. But getting good, effective information can help you guide you through what you need to do to get on the right track of health, good, optimal health, because you deserve to be healthy. You deserve it. You really, really do. There's nothing better than that. All right. We all have an expiration date. We can't change that, but you can prolong how long you can be on this earth based on how healthy you can be. So let's take care of this temple, right? So what I'm going to do now is give our disclaimer. As you can see on screen, Power Cup of Health. This program offers health and nutritional information and it's designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on this information as a substitute for, nor does it replace professional medical or psychological advice, diagnose, or treatment. None of the statements made have been reviewed or approved by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. We're all going to be talking about some products today, nutritional products, healthy things. So we do have a disclaimer that the products that we're going to be speaking about have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. They're not designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But all we do know, by our opinion, we have the best products on this side of heaven. As our Minister Brendan Terrell always states out of Mississippi, right? We truly believe that we do have the best products by our opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to pass this over to the urchin, the certified health coach, the one who does all this research for all of us. And she does an outstanding job and exceptional. She gets into it. She's a true urchin and got to give her her props. That's why I always say she's my better 7/8 because she's way more than just a half. There you go, worldwide. All right, that's what I'm talking
y'all
about.
Sit on it if y'all want to. I'm about to get paid for this information.
Oh yeah,
big time. And I might have to leave y'all for a short time.
All right, so with that, I'm going to pass this over to Victoria Flanagan. Take it away and give information on heart disease.
All right, I thank you, sir. Thank you,
let me know you want that slide up.
You can put it up now. The different,
first?
right.
All right.
There's this is Heart Health Month, and that's what I'm going to share with you. We're talking about the heart today. This is the number one killer, still the number one killer in men and women. As you can see on this chart here, there's 7 different avenues of heart issues. You can have a heart valve disease. You can have arrhythmia. You can have cardiac arrhythmia. You can have cardiomyopathy. You can have pericarditis, myocarditis. That's not up here. But you can have heart failure, coronary heart disease. There are so many different issues that could go wrong with your heart. That's why this platform is so important. To plug into this platform, get this information, and do your own research. I don't know everything, but if I find something that interests me, I'm going to look it up. And I suggest you do your research as well. Family, I'm telling y'all, with all of this new administration coming in, y'all better do some homework. Do some homework. Do your own research. So with that being said, this is why I chose heart disease. You can switch it over now.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday on Inside Edition, comes on at 7 o'clock after my David Muir. But they were talking about heart attacks, and they were talking about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, you had 126 million viewers watching the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
I was not one of them. But out of 126 million, they said people that have the heart attacks would increase during and after the Super Bowl. People were just falling out from heart attacks. They interviewed a lady on there yesterday. She was 49. Her name was Angela. She was for the Chiefs. She was rooting and hollering and hooking and hollering the whole time. She was having her pain started in her jaw. She said it started in her jaw, went down her neck, and it was in her arm. She was having a heart attack. She said, I don't know what it is. I'm going to the hospital. They admitted her. She was having a heart attack. There was another gentleman. He was for the Eagles. He was having chest pains, severe chest pains in the sports bar that he was in. So he said he didn't feel good. So his friends took him to the hospital, admitted him, and he was having a heart attack. So he had to watch the rest of the game from the hospital bed. But people were having heart attacks over the Super Bowl. It's not that serious, y'all. It's just a game. It's just a game. But they said that the numbers of heart attacks increased just from Super Bowl Sunday.
Because of the adrenaline that they
No. They said the stress, the screaming, the booze, and the greasy food. All of that contribute to the heart attack. Not saying that they didn't have something laying dormant, but they were right on the cusp of having that heart attack. But the heart attacks increased during Super Bowls. Those are just the ones that we heard about. But that's something. To have a heart attack over a Super Bowl game. A heart attack is just that warning. That's a warning for you. You need to slow down and get it together. Start taking your health into your own hands. So anything, I'm always telling the family to listen to your own body. Your body talks to you every day. When you wake up, if your knees is bothering you, something is going on. You might have a bruise or a scratch or something. That's your body talking to you. So you got to listen to your body all the time. I'm going to share some heart facts since we're talking about heart. Here's some heart facts. The heart is not located where? Oh, the heart is not located on the left side of your chest. It's actually in the center of your chest, between your lungs. That's where your heart is, not over here on the left side. An adult woman's heart weighs 8 ounces and a man's heart weighs 10 ounces. The average human heart beats more than 2.5 billion times over 70 years. That's if you live to 70. The next one is your heart vessel system is 60,000 miles long, but the blood only takes about 20 seconds to circulate through your entire vascular system.
How about that?
You see that blood just running through your body? If you're doing the right thing, because it can stop, it can slow down. You can get a clot in there somewhere. So now it's not flowing the way it needs to. So you got to pay attention. The adult heart pumps about 5 gallons of blood each minute. That's approximately 2,000 gallons of blood each day throughout your body.
How about that?
So your heart got work to do, y'all. You need your heart every single day. You need it. So what is cardiovascular disease? Heart disease. Heart and blood vessels disease is called heart disease, including numerous problems, many which are related to atherosclerosis. And atherosclerosis is a condition that develops when a substance called plaque builds up in your walls of your arteries. This buildup narrows the arteries, making it harder for your blood to flow through. If If a blood clot forms, it can block the blood flow, and this can cause a heart attack or a stroke. Now you're in trouble. So what is a heart attack? A heart attack occurs when the body flow to the part of the heart and is blocked by a blood clot. If this clot cuts off the blood flow completely, that part of the heart muscle supply by that artery begins to die. That's a heart attack. Most people survive their first heart attack and return to their normal lives, enjoying many more productive years. But having a heart attack does mean that you need to make some serious changes. So the medications and the lifestyle changes that your healthcare professional recommends may vary according to how badly your heart was damaged and in what degree your heart disease caused the heart attack. So a lot of things can cause a heart attack. We'll get into the root causes in a minute. So what is a stroke? You got two types of stroke. You got an ischemic stroke. Well, actually it's three. You have the ischemic stroke, which is the most common type of stroke. There's a lot of strokes going on these days too, family. Pay attention to your body. Just don't nix that off and go lay down. If it reoccurs, go get it checked out. But strokes are on the rise. An ischemic stroke, which is the most common type of stroke, occurs when the blood vessels that feeds the brain gets blocked, usually from a blood clot. So when the blood supply to that part of the brain is cut off, some brain cells will begin to die, and this can result in the loss of function controlled by that part of the brain, such as walking and talking. That's why usually most people have disabilities after a stroke. So a hemorrhagic stroke occurs when the blood vessels within the brain burst, and this is most often caused by uncontrolled high blood pressure. We talked about the numbers last week. Do you know your numbers? High blood pressure was one of those numbers that you need to know. So the next one, it says some effects of strokes are permanent if too many brain cells die after being starved of oxygen. And these cells never are replaced. We were watching the, who was that? Luther Vandross.
Oh yeah, the special on him,
And
2.5 hour special.
Right. He had a stroke and they didn't get to him in time.
No, he was in it too
So
long.
he was, his brain was starved without the oxygen. So he come through it for briefly, but
About
he
6
was never
months.
himself. Yeah, he was never himself. We was just watching that. So the next one is the good news is that sometimes the brain cells don't die during a stroke. Instead, the damage is temporary. So over time, as injury cells repair themselves, previously impaired function improves. This is from a stroke. So in other cases, undamaged brain cells nearby may take over for an area of the brain that was injured. She said, I was blessed.
Oh, Barbara Brown had one.
Okay. Either way, strength may return. Speech may get better, memory may improve, then this recovery process is what a stroke rehabilitation is all about. If you have a stroke, they can put you in rehab and you can start to build back some of those muscles that you lost. The next one is heart failure. This is what most women are dying from, is heart failure. Heart failure, sometimes called congestive heart failure, means that the heart isn't pumping blood as well as it should. Heart failure does not mean that the heart stops beating. That's not heart failure. That is just a common misperception. Instead, the heart keeps working, but the body needs the blood and oxygen isn't being met. Heart failure can get worse if it's left untreated. Listen to your body. If your loved ones have had heart failure, it is very important to follow your healthcare professional treating plan, because most of these things run in the family if you don't do something about it. The next one is arrhythmia. Arrhythmia refers to an abnormal heart rhythm where there are various types of arrhythmia. The heart can beat too slow, it can beat too fast, or it can beat irregularly. You got bradycardia. Bradycardia.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, of the heart rate that's too slow. That's your heart beating too slow. And when the heart rate is less than 60 minutes, that means that's what you have. The next one is tachycardia, where the heart rate is too fast, refers to that your heart rate is more than 100 beats per minute. Do you know how to take your heart rate from your wrist? I don't know how to do it, but he know how to do
I
it.
know how to do it.
But that's something that you can learn if you take a CPR class.
If you want to, it's real simple. You get a, we have these smartwatches now, or if you have your smartphone with a second hand or stopwatch, just hold it, grab your pulse and count your pulse for 15 seconds. And whatever that number is, multiply it times 4, and that will give you your heart rate.
I didn't know that. Okay, very good. Look, I just learned something
See?
too, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is arrhythmia can affect how well your heart works. With an irregular heartbeat, your heart may not be able to pump enough blood to meet your body needs. So that's where you might get lightheaded, you might feel a little dizzy, you just don't feel yourself. That's because your heart is not pumping the blood to all of your extremities where it needs to be. The next one is a heart valve problem. You can have a problem with one of your valves pumping blood to your heart. So when your heart valve doesn't open enough to allow the blood to flow through as it should, this condition is called stenosis. So when the heart valve don't close properly and thus allow the blood to leak through, this is called what is that?
Let me see. Regulation. Regulation.
Okay, that's what it is. If it's not pumping enough blood, the blood can leak through. So if the valve leaflet bulges or prolapse back into the upper chamber of that condition is called prolapse. So those are just some issues that you can have with your heart. Very, very important. So I said, what's the point of living longer if you're not enjoying life? What you gonna be here for? That's why I said last week, we're saying we're living too short and we're dying too long.
Exactly.
So if you got an illness, that's just a long death. You can't even enjoy life. Get out and do what you need to do. So it says that someone in the United States dies from heart disease about every 33 seconds.
Think about that.
Every 33 seconds. Somebody taking their last breath right now. Right now. It says 1 in 3 deaths are caused by heart disease and a stroke. 1 in 3 deaths. So that's real, family. And we talk about our women. Women, we just running things. We just running all the time. We multitasking. We doing this, we running there. We taking the kids, picking them up. You doing homework. You got to do your job. We are multitasking. We got to slow down. You got to slow down. You cannot do everything. You shouldn't multitask. They said that's too much for your brain to take in. Finish one thing at a time before you go on to something else. That's the way it's supposed to be, but who's doing that?
No, nobody's doing that.
Nobody's doing that. So women's heart disease facts. Heart disease is the #1 killer in women and in men, but especially women. It says heart disease causes 1 in 3 women's death each year. 1 in 3 women. 9 in 10 women have 1 or more risk factors of developing heart disease.
Indeed.
That is a true fact. You got to pay attention to what you're eating as well. Yet, only 1 in 5 women believe heart disease is her greatest risk, a health risk. That's women. Take care of your heart. Take care of your heart. Okay. Oh, here's the facts down here. Heart disease deaths vary by sex, race, and ethnicity.
Now pay attention to this, because this is serious.
I didn't even read this morning.
Right.
I didn't even flip this over this morning. It says up here, the leading cause of death in 2021, this is 2025, 695,000 people in the United States died from heart disease. That was 1 in 5. Every 5th death was heart disease. That was just in 2021. Now this is 2024. Okay, the stats down here, it says heart disease deaths vary by sex, race, and ethnicity. American Indians and Alaskan Natives, 15.5. Asian, 18.6. Black, non-Hispanic, 22.6. Your Native, Hawaiian, and other Pacifics nationalities, 18.3. Your white, non-Hispanic, 18.0. Hispanic, 11.9. And all the rest, 17.4. But did you hear Black, non-Hispanic, 22.6? We are the highest. We are the highest at absolutely everything. And we got to do better. We just have to do better.
We sure do.
So here are the risk factors of heart disease and strokes that you can't control. It says increasing age. We hope we aging. As a woman grows older with the risk of heart disease and stroke begins to rise, and it keeps rising with age. That's why it's so important to move, family, get out and take care of yourself. The next one is your sex, your gender. Men have a greater risk of heart attacks than women, but they have attacks earlier in life. Each year, about 55,000 more women than men have strokes. So women are stroking out. And about 60% of total stroke deaths occur in women. That is crazy. Go ahead and read it.
The stats. All right, here's what's going on. She just talked about the number that she spoke about in 2021. I just looked up the stats as of right now. It has grown more than 10,000 since then. So from, let's say, related deaths in U.S. was 941 million, an increase of more than 10,000 from 931 since 2021. So it increased by 10,000 deaths.
Since 2021.
Since 2021. So we're at 931,578 then. It's at 941,652 now.
People leaving here.
That's
you better take care of yourself. People leaving here.
And I'm looking at the chart.
Leaving here prematurely though.
And look where most of the red that you see here.
The dark red, that's in Texas area.
Texas area.
They do everything big in Texas, don't they? All that meat.
That's where it is. I mean, this is what they show.
I'm looking at the map.
That's the map. I'm trying to see if I can see the numbers.
That's something.
Yeah, but that's the map right there.
There you go.
Your southern states are the reddest. And it breaks it down by number.
They eat the most meat.
It says, let's see. Yeah. So Texas is the reddest. Gives a lot of red. So a lot of the southern states has more red.
They do a lot of eating out. You do a lot of barbecuing.
So that you got to be careful with.
You just got to make better choices.
That's the main thing.
So the next risk factor of heart disease and stroke is hereditary. It can run in the family.
Yes.
So family history. This is very important to know your family history. If you don't know it, you need to find out. So both women and men are more likely to develop heart disease or stroke if it's close blood relative that had it. Race also plays a factor. We just went over those stats. Black women have a greater risk of heart disease and stroke than our white women compared to the whites. African American men and women are more likely to die from a stroke or a heart attack because you're not going to go get you're not going to run to the hospital like they would run to the hospital.
Right.
They jumping in the car and they going. We'll sit there and we'll wait, see if it happens again, or you lay down, you get up, you go drink some water, you walk around, you're prolonging that. You don't want to do that. If you feel bad, go to the hospital and get checked out. The next one is a previous heart attack or a stroke or a TIA. TIAs are little mini strokes. Got to pay attention to those too. Women who've had a heart attack are at higher risk of having a second heart attack.
Yes.
So ladies, that's because we stress so much. You got to take care of yourself. You got to find ways to combat that stress. So the risk factors to modify or treating or controlling your lifestyles is stay away from tobacco, control your high blood cholesterol. We talked about that last week, knowing your numbers. High blood cholesterol is a major risk factor of heart disease and also increases the risk of strokes. Studies show that women's cholesterol is higher than men's. Oh, ladies, we got to do better. The next one is high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a major risk factor of heart attacks and the most important risk factor of stroke. You got to know your pressure number. So women have an increased risk of developing high blood pressure if they are obese or have a family history of high blood pressure or pregnant. Pregnant can run up your pressure too, or taking certain types
Mhm.
of birth control
Right,
pills.
can do
They
that.
can run up your pressure
And
as
cause
well.
clots too.
Absolutely. So African American women have higher average blood pressure levels compared to your Caucasian women. The next one is your physical inactivity. This is why
Say that again, inactivity.
movement is medicine.
Medicine,
You move your
absolutely
body,
right.
you need medicine. You got to move, family. Physical inactivity. It varies. The various studies have shown that a lack of physical activity is a risk factor for heart disease and indirectly increases your risk of stroke. You got to move, family. You got to move. Overall, they have found that heart disease is almost twice as likely to develop in inactive people
Yes,
than
indeed.
in those who are more active. When you're inactive and you eat too much, you can gain excessive weight. In many people, overweight can lead to high blood cholesterol levels, high blood pressure, diabetes, increased risk of heart disease, and stroke. The American Heart Association recommends accumulating at least 30 minutes of physical activity of most of all days of the week.
Mhm.
Family, if you can't give yourself 30 minutes, it's just 30 minutes. You got to do better.
And you really need to really take heed to that. I mean, because 30 minutes is not a lot of time, but you got 24 hours in your day. You got to take some of
30
that time out,
minutes.
30 minutes, and pay yourself. Take care of you. Eat right, exercise, get yourself that 30 minutes and take your products. That's what you
What's
need to
30
really do.
minutes? It's going to go by anyway. You might
Exactly.
as
It's
well
gonna
do
go
something
quick.
constructive.
Get up
You
early.
can
Get it
do-
out the way. Yeah.
Exercises. You ain't
Mhm.
got to get up and jump all around. You can just sit right there in the chair and do your little weights. You can
Mhm.
kick your little legs, do your little arms. They got all kind of chair exercises.
Indeed.
Google it. It's Googleable.
But do something.
Got to do something. This we talk about the same things every
Mhm.
single Wednesday, family. I'm telling you, you got to do these things that we're telling y'all to do. So here's some symptoms of a heart attack. Not all symptoms are the same. I got
Right.
symptoms here for a woman, like the woman was saying yesterday on the television. For a woman, women don't always feel chest pains compared to men. They're more likely to have heartburn or heart flutters, a loss of appetite, a cough, feeling tired or weak. So don't ignore these symptoms. The longer you wait to get treatment, the more damage can be done.
Mhm.
So that's ladies. If you feel anything, do something about it. So the heart attack symptoms, you can have some chest discomfort. Most heart attacks involve discomfort in the center of your chest that lasts more than just a few minutes, or that goes away and then it comes back. It can feel like uncomfortable pressure or squeezing, fullness, or the pain in your chest. So you got to pay attention to that. That's what I was saying before. Some people will lay down or they'll walk around, or
Sorry about that.
okay, some people will lay down, they walk around, get something to drink, they go lay down again and get back up. If it keeps coming back, that's something to pay attention to. You need to get out and go check that out. So other thing, discomfort in other areas of your upper body. Symptoms can include pain or discomfort in one or both of your arms, your back, your neck, your jaw, and your stomach. So it's different symptoms for different people. You got to pay attention and listen to your body because it's talking to you. Another one is shortness of breath, with or without chest discomfort. You might not even have chest pains, but you just can't catch your breath at some point. Go get checked out. Other signs may include breaking out in a cold sweat, nausea, or lightheadedness. Those are some other symptoms to pay attention to. Now, if you are having a stroke, you want to remember the word fast. F-A-S-T, fast.
Exactly.
The F is for face drooping. Does one side of your face droop or is it numb on one side? Ask the person to smile if you think that there's something going on. Just
And if
have
they
it to
smile and
smile.
it's crooked,
And
that's
it's
the
crooked.
sign.
There you go.
Mhm.
The A is for arm weakness.
Right.
Is one arm weak or numb? Ask the person to raise both of their arms, and does one arm drift downward? Pay attention to that because they could be having a stroke. You could save somebody's life with this information. S is for speech therapy, speech difficulty. If speech is slurred, are they unable to speak, or are they hard to understand? Ask the person to repeat a sentence, like the sky is blue. Is the sentence repeated clearly? Is it clearly? Can you understand what they're saying? So
Or
their
have them do the
speech,
ABCs.
there you go, or have them do the ABCs. And T in fast is time to call 911.
Exactly.
No more time to sit around and do some tests and do all that. If the person shows any of these signs, even the slightest little thing, any of those symptoms, go right away and call 911. Get to the hospital immediately. It's nothing to play around with. The sooner you get there, the sooner they can get administered. They got to triage you first. Once they tell you having chest pains, they usually take them in the back first. But usually they'll take the more serious people to the back first. So you are traditional risk factors of high, including smoking, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and being overweight.
And when it comes to having, if someone does have a stroke, there's a timeline from the time they have the stroke to the time they get to the hospital and get that injection, that shot that can help break up the clot that may be causing it. And I believe it's 3 hours. It could be 6. I keep hearing 6, but it's between 3 and 6 hours. That's the window of time that you have. So you got to get there as soon as possible. The sooner you get there, the better.
Nothing to play around with.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Okay, we're going to go into the root causes. We all know the root causes is your food. You got to eat right. I don't even know where the other part of that, top part of that report is. You got to eat right. Your diet. Another root cause could be stress. Are you obese? Do you know your numbers? We talked about that last week. Inactivity, what we just went over. Are you a diabetic? Do you have some type of staph infection going on in your body? An excessive of toxic metals. Wait till I bring y'all this report on toxic metals. That one's going to blow your mind too. Toxic metals, they're everywhere. The next one is elevated iron level. You gotta, that's part of your numbers, knowing your numbers. That's the ferritin, that's your iron. You gotta know those numbers. So here's a diet you should be following if you have any heart issues. This is a diet everybody should be following. A plant-based diet can reverse anything.
That's clean eating.
That's clean eating. You're eating what God put here for us to have.
Exactly right.
If you, the more you get into your system, and then you can eat as much as you want because there's really not that many calories in it. We call it the G bombs. Your greens, your beans, your onions, your mushrooms, your berries, and your seeds. Now they got mushrooms in the bag. They got mushrooms in the jar. We just seen in Costco's.
Coffee.
You got mushrooms in the coffee. They got mushrooms everywhere.
Everywhere.
So when most people think of diets to prevent or reverse heart disease, they think of reducing cholesterol and fat. Do you know that Brazil nuts can lower your cholesterol? Brazil nuts can lower your cholesterol faster than a statin.
Nuts
your
are
doctor
good for
don't
you.
tell you that.
Yeah.
But that's in the report. Brazil nuts for cholesterol control. Brazil nuts. So it says, in reality, many other factors must be taken into account, such as your adequate intake of good fats. Good fats are good. Avocados, your olive oil. I got avocados on the table right now in there. Good, that's a good fat. Yeah. Your olives, olive oils are good fat. You got olives too. Those are good fats, and you need those. You need your fiber. You need antioxidants. A heart-healthy diet, in fact, is much like the basic wholesome eating plan suggests for almost everybody. A whole food, plant-based diet, in addition to some fish, has been shown to sweep away arterial plaque out of your arteries. I'm telling you, plant-based diet can heal everything. Also, it says that your meal should emphasize vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, and fish for protein. But you don't always have to get your protein from meat. Your protein can come from your vegetables as well. So eat more vegetables if you need more protein. Highly reactive molecules called free radicals are closely linked to disease. So foods that contain antioxidants will help prevent damage caused by free radicals. So eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every single day. That red
Absolutely.
leaf is
It's key
nothing but
component.
antioxidants.
Absolutely. And I just want to touch on that. She talked about free radicals. We breathe in, each of us, every single day, more than 10,000 particles every single day that we're breathing in, toxic air, fumes from the car, fumigated items that you have within your house, candles, these fragrances, all that is participant. That's all part of the toxins
Toxic.
that you're breathing in.
Toxic.
All right. And we breathe in more than 10,000 particles every day. It's going in, but how much is being expelled out? That's why we want to keep your body alkaline. All right.
Absolutely.
Definitely that.
So essential fatty acids are your good fats that actually protect your heart and help the rest of your body function smoothly. Essential fatty acids are found in your cold water fish, like your halibut, your salmon, or your raw nuts, excluding peanuts, including peanut, olive oil, flaxseed, coconut oil. So you eat a lot of fiber as well. A whole food diet will automatically increase your fiber. That's all your greens, your whole foods, that's fiber intake. But if you need more, include your oat bran, your flax seeds with your meal. Flax seeds is another good fat. You got flax seeds, you got chia seeds, and you got hemp seeds. You can add those to anything, and that's going to fill you up because they swell. They swell up. Put some chia seeds in a glass. Watch that. But that's what it does in your body. But that's
stuff
the
like
good
that
fat.
thing. Chia. So same seeds.
Yeah, same
Same
thing.
seeds.
So you also have your garlic and onions, reduce levels of bad cholesterol, and they can help lower your blood pressure. Garlic and onions. The skin of red or purple grapes helps to clear your arteries of plaque. Red and purple grapes will help clear your arteries of plaque. Real grapes with seeds. So try to find grapes with seeds. It's the skin, you need that. So have a glass of purple grape juice daily, good grape juice. Also, potassium, magnesium are heart protective minerals. So you definitely want to get your potassium and magnesium in there. Heart protective minerals. That's our core calcium all day. The next one is a good source, also includes your green vegetables, whole grain, wheat grains, soybeans, garlic, legumes, bok choy, potatoes, sea salt. All are good. So you want to follow a Mediterranean diet, which includes the following: high consumption of fruits and vegetables, grains and potatoes, beans, nuts, and seeds, olive oil, low to moderate amount of dairy and poultry. Very little red meat. Very little red meat. Again, very little red meat. We're not supposed to be eating meat as much as we
Every
eat
day.
meat.
I'm telling you,
And
no.
it says eggs 0 to 4 times a week. You don't have to have eggs every single day. At least 4 times a week. 7 days in a week, you have 4 times a week. But don't overindulge with the eggs. Don't go crazy with the eggs. I know it's an egg shortage, but it's
$1,000 a
it's
carton now?
really not an egg shortage if you know where to
I don't
look.
believe it is. That's
They
just
hype up certain things to get y'all in a panic and run. Eggs, $15 a carton. That's absolutely
I went to the
absurd.
supermarket yesterday and I just told Vic I just want to observe the egg area. The aisle full of eggs. Prices $8 for a carton.
That's
Some were $7. I said, well, what's going on with this egg shortage? Don't look like a shortage to me. That aisle is full. And nobody was really shopping a lot. I mean, that was packed.
There you go.
Fully stocked shelf.
So I'm gonna always tell
Wow.
y'all, if y'all ain't heard me
Wow.
no place else, I'm gonna tell y'all, remember
Go
this
do your own.
phrase, follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the money. Wherever the money goes, then you'll know who's controlling things. Follow the money. The next one is wine in low to moderation amounts. You can have red wine. It's good for you and good for your heart, but in moderation.
Mhm.
We ain't say turn over bottles and that
Get
kind of
wasted.
thing. Get wasted.
How you doing?
In moderation, you can have some red wine.
Right.
So here's some foods you need to avoid. If you have heart disease, you must eliminate drastically, reduce the consumption of harmful fats, saturated fats, trans fats, and hydrogenated fats. And where would you find these? In junk food and processed food.
Exactly.
Stay out of those
And those
establishments.
so-called margarine. Get back to real butter.
Go back to real butter.
I've been saying it. Go back to real butter.
Go back to real butter. So here's something I want to read. This is a book. My little poor little book just falling apart. It's How Not to Die.
Mhm.
Good book. How Not to Die. This is Michael Greger. He's a funny little looking doctor, but he know his stuff. The first chapter in here is on heart disease. And I gotta read this because it just says so much. Now let me see if I can find it. Oh, first he said 400,000 Americans each year die from heart disease.
Look at
That's what
that.
he was saying.
Mhm.
Oh, here you go, right here. It says it can be stopped now. It can be stopped now in a laboratory, but right in your own grocery stores, in your kitchen, and in your dining room. As far as weapons go, you don't need vaccines and you don't need antibiotics. You just need to put down your fork.
That's it. So we always state you're digging your grave with your
You
fork.
really are, but
Yeah.
this is the #1 killer in men and women, and he's serious about that.
Heart disease.
Heart disease. It is serious. #1 killer, and we're doing it to ourselves. What you put in your mouth. It says autopsies of 1,000 of young accident victims. I read this morning. Or autopsies of 1,000 of young accident victims have shown that the level of cholesterol in their blood was closely collaborated with the amount of atherosclerosis in their arteries. To dramatically reduce your LDL cholesterol, you need to drastically reduce the intake of these things: fatty acids, trans acid, processed foods, what I just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
He also talked about, where is it? The #1 killer, it all stems from eating animal products and processed junk food. Now,
I'll say something when you get a minute.
okay, he also talked about the #1 drug sold for cholesterol, Lipitor.
Wow.
It says the cholesterol lowering statin drug Lipitor has been, this is in the book, has become the best-selling drug of all times, generating more than $140 billion globally.
Mhm.
I didn't say that. Dr. Michael Greger said that. $140 billion spent on Lipitor, cholesterol, when you can eat a handful of Brazilian nuts. Go ahead, honey.
I just want to make mention, this is something that's worldwide. I'm going to give you the stats on China. China in 2020, 4.58 million. 4.58 million people died from cardiovascular diseases, and that's in China. But it has decreased to 3.9 million as of now. They have decreased the numbers. So their numbers are going down.
But they're doing what
So they're doing something different. They're making some changes. But whatever it is, the numbers are going down in China. So you got to ask yourself, what are we doing? Why are our numbers increasing? What are we not doing? And the main thing we're not doing is taking care of the body, not eating right. Because all of this stems from what you're putting in your diet, what you're putting in your face.
Things that's out there, family.
Yes, so many.
They throwing so many things at you. And Reggie always say, when when they get confused, they do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You just stop. But you got to look at some of the commercials on TV, listen to the side effects of some of these drugs. We just have to make better choices for ourselves. And if we're telling you a plant-based diet can reverse any issue that's out there, at least you can do is give it a try.
Mm-hmm. What if it worked for you?
At
But
least
you
give
have
it
to
a try, but you got to do it.
You have to be the change.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I didn't even get into pericarditis and myocarditis. This was something else that came out after the C19 came out. And I don't want to get into that because that's another whole topic. And then they might even cut the cut the Zoom off because we're talking about the C19. But a lot of cases of pericarditis and myocarditis come out after that clot shot came out. We're going to call it that. But anyway, do your own research, family. Educate before you vaccinate. Before they pump anything into you or your children,
do your research.
Do your research. Educate before you vaccinate. Not taking any sides on anything, because people are going to do what they're going to do. People got to do it for their job. You got to do this.
Please ask questions. Ask. If you go to your doctor, please ask them ask them everything. Get your questions answered, please.
And if they don't answer your questions,
go somewhere else.
That's a red flag.
Right.
Too.
Go somewhere else.
Someplace else.
If they say I can't tell you, or I don't know, you definitely want to go somewhere else.
It's just something we gotta take our health into our own hands. And we do this every single week because we're just really trying to wake up our family, wake up our family. We got to start sticking together on some things. We got to start connecting the dots on some things. You got to start doing your own research, growing your own gardens. Y'all got to start doing all of it.
We definitely want to hear your stories too, because of the change that you made. What difference has it done? What has changed in that dynamics of your body? We like to hear those stories. Since I did this is what changed. I'm not on this medication now. I've reduced this medication because I decided to change and do things better. We like to hear those stories.
I got a report too. I haven't read all of the article yet, but where are all our doctors going?
Oh, you got that came in an
AARP newspaper.
Right.
Doctors are getting out of the practices.
Think about it.
That's something to question.
Something to think about.
Why are they leaving and where they going? If we get sick, who we gonna call? This is why it's really important to take care of yourselves. I know if there's a car accident, a truck accident, you got to go to the emergency room, but you got to stay prayed up because we don't know who's going to be on the other end of the emergency room. Right. So family, I am begging y'all, start to take care of yourself.
Correct.
Little bit at a time, inch by inch, anything is a cinch. So start taking care of yourself a little bit at a time, drinking more water, putting more vegetables on your plate, less meat. Stay out of these fast food restaurants. I'm telling you, that stuff is just straight killing us.
Wait till you get the report on that one. That's gonna be a big.
There's got to be a two-parter because it's just you can't do all of that in an hour. You just can't. Because if y'all knew what was in it, what's in it, you wouldn't go nowhere near that stuff.
That's right. So there's two documentaries. I want to tell about the two documentaries you want to watch.
Oh yeah, What the Health? What the Health? HEALTH.
And Game Changers. Yes.
And Game Changers. If y'all have not watched it, please watch these documentaries. Please share these documentaries out there on Netflix. Tell everybody to watch these documentaries.
You gotta watch it. It will change your whole mindset, dynamics on how you think.
If you don't get changed from watching that movie, something is wrong with you, and you're just going to be sick. You had football players, you got stars and singers that went straight vegan after watching What the Health, because they took some sick people. They had one lady that was about to have a
knee replacement, hip replacement, something.
And then they had one that was just on all these drugs.
Medication. Yeah, that's the one thing about that.
They telling her they giving her a couple of months to live. Watch the documentary.
And it is self-explanatory. Total 360. Took all that was bad out. No, months. Took all that was bad out of her diet and started eating clean, putting good things that the diet should be for our bodies. And drastic changes in this young.
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you.
On a cane at one point, nothing, not on a cane anymore. Drastic change.
And that little old guy, he said, I got grandchildren. He said, I'm gonna stick around so they can see this old face. It's just something to see, family, to let us know where we are in the industry. What the Health. And who's sponsoring these industries. Follow the money.
You'll see.
Follow the money.
See it for yourself.
I'm telling you. So here we're in a health and wellness company, and we're going to always talk about our products because you're going to have to take a supplement because of these reports. They're playing with our food. They're playing with the air, spraying stuff in the air.
Everything going on.
You got all these chemtrails in the air. You can't tell me those not making people sick. I believe that too. I'm going to do a report on chemtrails. I want to know for myself what is in that stuff. But they're spraying the skies. It's in the food. It's in the water. So don't
Toxins,
drink
toxins,
water.
toxins.
I'm telling you, you got to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm just telling you with the new ones that's in the White House, take care of your house. Just take care of your house. But we got to be diligent. We got to stay awake, pay attention to what's going on. I know everybody I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't either, but you got to pay attention. You got to know what the other person is doing. So here at Artist, we got some awesome products. My shipment came in yesterday. You talk about a happy sister. Woo-hoo! So we're going to start with the Fantastic Four. There's 4 products. If you don't do nothing else that I talk about, order
Give me 2.
one of these 4 products. One of these 4 products. Just start there. So the products that he's going to talk about are those 2, and I'm going to talk about these 2 over here. Go ahead.
There you go. All right. The first one are the Lviv Red. This product right here is what we call the biofuel. This is your high antioxidant product. This is the product. Notice it's red, and we're in red. This is nice, right? Antioxidant. Now, the report talked about antioxidant. Talks about keeping the body alkaline. This is the product that's for you. It has 5 super berries in this product: acai berry, mangosteen, goji, pomegranate, and noni, all in this one product. Now, the super berries that come from all over the world, but they have put them all in this one product. And what's great about the products that we're speaking of, they're liquids and powders. So they're getting into your body on a cellular level, in your bloodstream within 8 minutes of taking the product. So it's going to work right away. And that's how you want to receive your nutrients in your body.
On a cellular
level. That's when it does its best work, taking care of you. So this is your biofuel, your red Lviv. Those are your fruits. Here's your green Lviv. You notice this image of a stomach? This takes care of your gut.
And your liver.
And your liver. Absolutely.
And
these are your veggies. It talked about vegetables, right? Eating good, clean veggies. This is your veggies right here. It has milk distillate, has alfalfa, has senna, has liquid, it has everything the body needs in this product right here. But it's going to help to get things that's in your system out. The green will keep you clean. Yes, it will. So if you are having issues with going to the restroom, to the bathroom,
that's another big
problem. Exactly.
People hold them to their stool, not by because they want to, because they just can't go to the bathroom. That's a problem.
That's a major problem. Well, this green Lviv will help you get that movement. It regulates your system, so it's designed to keep things flowing and moving. But more importantly, to get that gut in health, because the gut is your second brain. Everything starts in the gut. Everything. So if your gut is unhealthy, true and believe, you are going to be totally unhealthy. You got to take care of your gut, and this product is designed to do that. So that green Lviv.
And you don't know what good feels like
until you feel good.
I'm going to talk about our multivitamin. Everybody needs a vitamin. I don't care if you're 6 or 106.
You need a multivitamin.
You need something to go on a cellular level, because this is also an adaptogen. And what an adaptogen is, it goes in, and within 8 minutes, it's looking for what can I repair? What can I repair? What can I fix? What can I fix? That's what adaptogens are. And this is a multivitamin. It has 11 key vitamins, 8 vital minerals, polyphenols. It has all of this on a cellular level. High antioxidants, great for your immunity. You can drink these products hot like a tea. Like we were saying, something is going on in the air, make you a nice little toddy before you go to bed. But this product here was our first product in the company. He went door to door with this product and the Angel Bra. But this product here, you can use topically. They're putting it in their eye. I use it for my skin. You can put it in your hair. This product has so many multiple uses. You can put it on wounds. I mean, this product is awesome. And a baby, babies can take it. Very, very little, but they can take the product.
Right.
So you got to get good nutrition in your body.
Absolutely.
Now, this is my favorite right here. Going out or coming in, shield. I shield up. I shield up going, and I shield up when I get back. This is immune booster. And right now we got this They don't know what's in the streets. They don't know if it's a pneumonia, the flu. They don't know if it's a cold or
But
RSV.
the flu is on the rise. You notice
Something
that.
is on the
Something's
rise.
on the
So
rise.
that's a
Something's
token
causing it. Yeah.
something is attacking folks of all ages, from the kids. Laverne Jackson talked about it this morning.
Weak
As a,
immune systems.
she said, as the intern at school
Right.
that worked with the kids, they had to send 7 kids home the other day. They were just falling ill. A lot of people popped in this morning. Dee Lee said she came down with something. Claudette Brown said she came down with something. A lot of people, Candy said she come down with something.
And
But
there's been
it's
some death
coming
around that too as well.
because it's a mucus buildup. You get that mucus buildup. That mucus can choke you. If you don't have a good what you call it, gag reflex, that mucus can choke you dead. You can't get it up, you can't get it down, and it's just like stuck in there. So can imagine a small child or somebody that's elderly and you can't cough or get that up. That stuff will choke you. You understand me? So that's why it's so important to drink a lot of water. It thins the mucus. Always drink something hot all the time. Hot tea, hot multiple yellow Lviv, hot just drink the products hot. Anything hot, some green tea, some ginger and lemon. I drink that every single morning, my ginger and lemon. But something hot just to break up that mucus and keep things moving. But you got to take care of yourself. Now we're talking about the heart. This is another product. If you have heart issues, this is our omega-3, 6, and 9. These are your fish oils, like the report talked about fish. Where's my little pamphlet? Because I want to read to y'all on omega-3s. Right here. This is a pamphlet I got from Vitamin World. I picked up these little pamphlets. Inside it talked about the importance of fish oil. It says another unfortunate fact that the most people do not eat enough fish, and it is the oils in the fish that provide the body with the omega-3 fatty acids. It's needed to promote balanced cardiovascular health. This is right from Vitamin World. It says the fish oil supports the immune system by balancing out bad fats. That's a good fat. The omega-3 fish oils promotes healthy circulation and heart function. That's your fish oil. So you need to take a fish oil every single day for just blood circulation. It just resonate through your body. It's slippery. Oil is slippery, so it's just gonna have everything moving away. It's good from your head to your toe, from your hair follicles, for your eyes, for your skin, for your joints, for your heart, for your bones. Fish oils are excellent for your body.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Take your fish oils. If you're not going to eat the fish, take your fish oil.
Take your fish oil. And you can also get your oils from your nuts as well as your veggies.
Yeah, you got walnuts, you got the walnuts, you got almonds, you got pistachios.
Which are very good.
Pistachios are very good.
Very good.
Brazil nuts will lower your cholesterol.
Those are good fats too.
Your almonds are good for blood pressure. Your walnuts are good for your brains.
And you know the walnuts look like a brain, right? So all you have to do is just a handful of nuts. That's it.
Too much more than that. That's good fatty acids. You'll gain weight if you eat too much. Those are nuts. We know about eating nuts.
Yeah,
so the next one we have is our green 29. The report also talked about vegetables. Green 29. 29 vegetables in here. This is a caplet. You can open up and sprinkle it on your salads and put it on. I put that stuff on everything. But you need your vegetables. Vegetables, family, if you're not going to eat your greens, take your greens. Or if you're not going to eat your greens, juice your greens. My green smoothie this morning with spinach, kale. She said that's her favorite. I know that's right, Miss Michelle. This morning I had spinach, kale, cucumber. I had a green apple. I threw some of the rest of my ginger and lemon over in the smoothie too, because I didn't want to throw it out. After I drank the juice, I put the pills over in the juicer. And what else? Oh, and a scoop of my chia seeds. That's my shake in the morning. That's my green shake. And that'll hold you too. So if you're not going to eat your vegetables, take your vegetables or drink your vegetables. But you need those greens. That's your protein too. And it's good for your skin. Cucumbers are great for your skin. So just add that in there. I'm getting ready to go have me a cucumber now, cucumber and avocados. But just get those good fats in there. So your heart is your ticker, family. If you don't take care of your heart is not going to take care of
It's
you.
not.
You only get one of these.
And remember, the heart is a muscle.
It's a muscle.
And the harder it has to work, the worse off it is for you. High blood pressure, diabetes, you got to watch what you're doing because the heart is a muscle. And once the muscles of that heart and the walls start to thicken, that's a big problem.
And I want to share this with you too. I know a lot of people are turning to those GLP-1s, those shots to lose weight. Not saying that they're bad, but I'm again tell you to do your research.
For everybody.
It's not for everybody. There's coming out, some folks are coming out about those things, but they will help you to lose weight. It was designed for people with diabetes.
Correct, but it took on a whole different turn.
Took on another whole entity, and people are just, everybody's doing a shot. I mean, shot here, shot there. They're giving away shots like it's nobody's business. You got some frauds that's out there too. You got some scammers online that's trying to pass these things off as the original. Be very careful. But you got to remember, those will help you lose weight. They will help you lose muscle. Your heart is a muscle. Your heart is a muscle. So remember that if you're taking these things to lose weight, your heart is a muscle. So it's going to do some damage if you're going to get down to
very careful.
Just be careful, family. I'm just telling you, do your research before you start jumping on these things. But everybody, if you look around, everybody's skinny.
Who was just talking about? There was one actress, I forget her name. She used
Amy Schumer,
but she gained weight. It did the opposite.
It made her really sick.
Yeah,
really,
so it didn't work. Like we said, it's not for everybody.
It's not. It has a lot of side effects to it. Look up the side effects because they're talking about stomach paralysis and all kinds of stuff.
Just do your research.
Do your research for it. Everything's not for everybody. That's our take on it. So do what you must to take care of yourself.
Indeed.
Eat right, exercise, drink your water, get a good night's sleep, get out and get the sun, get some sun if it ever comes back out, get some sun. But that is going to be our report tonight. I want to thank you again for showing up for yourselves.
I want to say, if we have guests that's connected on tonight, please get with that person who invited you and get yourself on these products. I'm telling you, we cannot stress that enough.
Try it.
Try it for yourself and see what happens. But you got to get on them and stay on them. Good products, exercise, and eat right. And you're going to get a benefit of being healthier, which you should be anyway. This is a temple that was given to you. It's on loan right now. It's on loan. So you got to take care of that while you have it. Absolutely. You got to do that. So get these products in your system. It's worth the investment. So get back with that person and let them know, hey, I want that Fantastic Four. That's your red Levine, your green, and your yellow, and that shield we spoke about. Get those 4 products, and that will cover you that's everything you need, and take it every single day. We have our essential shot, and exactly this is what we're having right here.
We're drinking the red, yellow, and the green. Told you we got our shipment yesterday, y'all.
Yeah,
this is my 3rd shot for the day.
We
need one a day. I'm just being greedy. Because he bought it in here. I had one this morning when I got up before I worked out. I had one in my shake. Oh, I did put that in my shake too, my 3 essentials. And this is my 3rd one for the day.
Taking too much stuff. Slow down. Take it easy. Slow down.
I won't be catching no cooties that's in the street.
You sure won't be.
I'm taking my products, y'all. But again, we want to thank you. Take care
of that heart.
Here.
Take care of the heart.
Thank you.
Thank you, BJ.
Brown. Thank you. But just take care of yourselves, family. We only get one go at this. This is not a dress rehearsal. Right. You only get one go at this. So take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
What's the sense of living if you're going to be hurting and you broke up and you can't do what you want to do? Come on.
That check engine light comes on. You don't want to stay on.
Exactly.
Take the product and get that check engine light off.
Get about living your life.
I'm telling you. Absolutely.
But that's it, family. Get in contact with somebody. Enjoy yourself. Just try it.
Try it for yourself. Just try it. Always saying, just try it. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You got more days behind you right now than you have in front of you. But you want to keep those in front of you, right? There you go. Hey, so you better stay to get these products. I'm telling you. Let's make it happen.
It's worth it, family.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you always. You know, you guys are our co-hosts. Thank you for supporting this platform. And don't forget, if you have not subscribed yet, we do have a YouTube channel. Yes, please go to the YouTube channel and support and subscribe. It's the Power Couple of Health.
You can share it out.
Yes, the Power Couple of Health.
So many topics there. If you know somebody dealing with something, send it to them. Take a listen to this before you go to sleep.
And we have a ton of videos, over 70 videos that's on there that you can go and listen to.
We are really, We're just trying to help. Thank you so much. You
All
are,
right.
thank you, but we're just trying to help folks.
So again, the Power Cup of Health on YouTube. Subscribe, support. Let's make
It's
it
that
happen.
little heart. Boom, boom,
And
boom,
also
boom,
set the
boom, boom.
alarm, let the bell go off. Hit that bell. So whenever we add something to it, it'll alarm you. And we're always doing a premiere as well. This will be a premiere once this loads up.
Look at us.
All right. So just to let you know. All right. So get on it.
I didn't
All
know. I
right.
gotta go check it out myself, but we fancy.
Mm.
Thank you again, family.
Yes,
Good night.
indeed.
Have a blessed
Have a great
evening.
indeed. And you know what? We
We
love
love
you,
you,
and
and
there's nothing you can do about it either. Mwah. Take care, everybody. See you on the next call. That's right. Take care of that heart.
Good night.
Great call. All right.
Good one, babe.
Mhm.
Good one. All right.
Brother Perry, I see you out there, Brother Al. Hey, Al Perry. Mr. Leo Crudup. Hey, guys, what's happening? Oh, yeah, Leo. What's up, Leo? I see you, man. Welcome to the platform. Yeah. Leo and Al Perry. Awesome.